Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing? Furo here, presenting you another Gwent deck video. Today we will check out some Crash and CRAITE MORKVARG deck that I used yesterday and the day before on my Twitch stream. So we were kind of successful with the deck, had nearly 80% win rate on the ranked ladder. So I'm nearly up to rank 10 nowadays and nearly at the top 2000. So just for your information, deck is of course built around the Morkvarg, which is whenever this unit is discarded or destroyed, you will resurrect him and weaken him by 3. And with the Crash and CRAITE leader ability, you can just play the Crash and CRAITE on your first turn. Then you get the Morkvarg out, who's then getting buffed by 3 and damaged by 1. So he's a 10-point unit on the board. And because he's just getting back again and again on the board, you will always have points for every round. So for example, if you start the game, then you have the Morkvarg, you will buff him a bit with the SHIELDSMITH here, then the Morkvarg is getting bigger. On the second round, you just get him back on the board with then maybe 9-10 points. And for the last round, you will also get him back. The same goes, of course, for the OLGIERD here, which is another nice silver card, but he's only getting resurrected at the start of each round, not whenever he is destroyed or discarded, something like that. He's just coming at the start of each round. So that means you will start each round with already a lot of potential points on board, making it hard for your opponent to keep up with the points you can push onto the board. Another nice card that will help you in this regard is the new clan BROKVAR Hunter, which is veteran, strengthens self by 1, and he's also getting strengthened self by 1 whenever an adjacent unit is damaged. Plus, when you deploy him, he's damaging a unit by 3. So just when you deploy him in the first round, he's 8 points worth it. In the third round, he would be then 10 points because he's a 7-point unit, plus dealing 3 damage, so 10 in total, which is already pretty good for a bronze unit. But if the units are just into the hunter are getting damaged, he's just getting stronger and stronger, and the amount of points he's getting are his base points. So what means if you, for example, play the hunter in the first round and then the units are getting damaged besides him, he's just getting stronger and stronger, and that can lead up to even 20 points. So I easily had some hunters that were 20 points. They're then lying in your graveyard, and you just get them back. You resurrect them with the Priestess of Freya, for example, with the Reaver. So then you have 20 points from the hunter alone on the board, and he's then again just getting bigger and bigger. A card that is helping you in this regard is the Light Longship, which is at the turn start damage the unit with the right by 1 and strengthen self by 2. So you will play the Light Longship normally on the left side of the row, of the melee row. Then on the right side, beside the Light Longship directly, is the Morkvarg, which is then constantly getting damaged. But it doesn't matter if he's dying because he's just getting back, so that's pretty good. The Light Longship is then constantly getting bigger. And besides the Morkvarg on the right side, you will then play the Hunter, who is getting buffed because the Morkvarg is getting damaged. So all in all, you have the Light Longship that is getting bigger and bigger the longer the round goes. And on the right side, you have the Hunter, which is also getting bigger and bigger. Keep in mind that the Light Longship is not keeping the points. So if the Light Longship is going to the graveyard, the points are gone on the unit. But on the Hunter, they are staying. So that's a little different here. So the Hunter will help you later in the game as well when he's getting bigger and bigger. But the Light Longship is just there to enable the combo with the Hunter, for example. So the Morkvarg getting damaged, and then Hunter is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So that is all in all pretty good. You of course are also running the SHIELDSMITH here, which is just strengthening a unit by 2. Normally you are strengthening just the Morkvarg. And then, so that's the Morkvarg can survive longer. Because otherwise, if he is of the 11-point unit, he will then go down to 8 and then go down to 5. And if your opponent is able to hit the Morkvarg 2 times, then he might be dying before the end of the third round. So you don't want to do that. Keep that in mind. One problem with the deck right now as it is a lock. So if your opponent is using lock, for example, if he's playing Calvite and double lock the OLGIERD and the Morkvarg, you're a bit in trouble because you need those units on the board. At least the Morkvarg is very helpful. If you lose the Morkvarg by a lock, that is painful. So to prevent that, we are running the DONAR, which is Decklist a unit's lock, and you will discard a random bronze card from your opponent's deck to your graveyard. So that is normally also a pretty good side effect. So you might just disrupt the strategy of your opponent if you can snatch the right bronze card out of the deck. So if your opponent is locking, For example, if he's playing Nilfgaard and you have August, he can double lock, so OLGIERD and the Morkvarg. You will then play the DONAR and HINDAR, and you will unlock the Morkvarg, not the OLGIERD. The Morkvarg is the more useful unit here. If your opponent is then again locking, so if he's using a decoy on the August and locking the Morkvarg again, what you can do is also play the decoy. Otherwise, you have the option to play the GREMIST later and just resurrect the Morkvarg from the graveyard. Then the lock is of course also going away. So the rest of the deck is just kind of solid, I would say. You're of course playing Ragnarok, which is an excellent gold weather card. You're playing the MADMAN LUGOS, which is also an excellent gold card, which is discard a bronze unit from your deck and damage a unit by the discarded unit's power. So if you use him in the third round, that will be then a maximum of 7 damage that you can push. In the first round it's 5 and in the second round it's 6. Keep in mind that you discard a bronze unit from your deck, so if you're in need to get a specific bronze unit, you are doing that, you're discarding the bronze unit and then you resurrect it with a priestess. So for example, if you need another hunter on the board, if you need another shieldsmith on the board, if you need the archer, you can just discard those cards, then play the priestess and you have the cards on the board. That's also a pretty nice side effect. So that might help you a lot. And last but not least, we have the Wild Boar of the Sea, which is at the turn start, strengthen the unit to the left by 1 and damage the unit to the right. So that is similar to the light longship. The light longship on the other hand is giving 2 points and dealing 1 damage. So the Wild Boar of the Sea is just a trade-off of points. But you can still use that on the Morkvarg. So Morkvarg is then getting damaged, the other unit on the left is getting buffed. Somewhere in between the Morkvarg might be going down, then he's resurrected, and you still have the points on the board from the unit on the left. That is also very, very useful. Despite the lock stuff, I haven't faced that many decks that were hard to countering our deck. So normally you should have a good time right now. The deck is very strong and other people are playing that on the ladder as well, on high ranks. So it's definitely working out. You might want to change a card here or there, depending on your preferences. So maybe, for example, drop the GERALT IGNI for Siri if you like that. So then you have one more card in hand. That's useful. But as you can see, we are not running that many destruction cards. And the GERALT IGNI is very useful against some of the higher point cards. So I would keep him, but you can definitely, GERALT IGNI can change by a lot of the gold cards. So probably Siri would be your or my choice if I'm not playing GERALT IGNI. Anyway guys, we will now play the deck a bit on the ladder. Please share feedback with me in the comment section. How do you like the deck? What's your result with the deck? Just use the comment section, and also don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. We will now play a bit on the ladder and I will show you how the deck is performing in action. So here we go. We are starting our first game against John Calvin Nilfgaard deck, so we might see August. That will be fun. Definitely dropping the priestesses here for the start. You don't need those. We're getting OLGIERD, we're getting Decoy. 1 Shieldmaiden is fine, and we have GERALT IGNI, Wild Boar of the Sea, plus the Ragnarok. So we have already 3 of our gold cards in hand right now. The rest of the cards also looking fine. Would love to see a small chip. But there is a chance that if we are dropping the priestess, for example, right now, we're just getting another Shieldmaiden back. I'm not sure if we want to risk that. Could be. Yeah, let's just be risky. And yeah, that's good. So we're getting a Shieldsmith. Normally you don't need the priestesses early on in the game. They're just giving you more value later. So we have a Savage Bear. We could just start with the Savage Bear instead of going for the Morkvarg. So then we are dealing damage to a unit that he's dropping. And if he's just playing John Calvin as his first move, that would mean that the small Imperial Golems that he's spawning, which all just getting damaged. So instead of getting 9 damage and 9 points, he's only getting 6, which is good. Plus, of course, now we have targets for the Shieldmaiden. So normally, if you have the Savage Bear in your hand, in your starting hand, you're looking forward to play this instead of just going for your leader. If there is no Savage Bear in your hand, you're normally just going for the leader ability and drop the Morkvarg as soon as possible. So and we are now just dropping the Morkvarg here on the right side.
Please wait, Your Excellency.
There's an mercenary, so we can now choose between 2 bronze cards, getting the novice, which allows him just to play the mercenary again. But as you can see here, the more units he is playing, another novice, the more points we're getting through the bear. Right now he already dealt 6 damage. So that's kind of good. Now 7. So that means the Savage Bear, instead of only a 4-point unit, is currently an 11-point unit. It's just getting bigger and bigger. the longer the bear stays on the board. So normally your opponent needs to clear him right away, otherwise he's losing a lot of points over the course of the round. And let's see, I would say, so we have the hunter here, we have the wild boar of the sea, which is an excellent combination. So we can just play the wild boar of the sea, then the Morkvarg is getting damaged, plus the bear is just getting the points, and we can then play the hunter on the right side of the Morkvarg, because the Morkvarg is getting damaged by the wild boar. The hunter is then on the other hand getting buffed all the time. So the points that we are losing from the Morkvarg are going onto the savage bear, plus we are getting an extra point through the hunter each turn. Opponent is right now checking the wild boar of the sea, so it looks like he isn't aware of the card. But yeah, that is right now not giving you any advantage. Just the distribution of points is changed a bit. So instead of the point on the Morkvarg, we are having the points on the savage bear. Ooh, just another Imperial Brigade, which is, as we can see here, if we go for GERALT IGNI, we can just clear 21 points, which is a lot. The question remains, if we want to do that right now, there is a chance that he's finding some more buffs. There's also a chance that he's just dropping the Ambassador and then buffing one of the brigades, and then we have the problem that we cannot kill everything with the GERALT IGNI. So I would say it is more useful right now to just stop the GERALT IGNI, which is then killing 21 points here on the board. So opponent is dropping down to 14 points, while we are staying 30. So 16 points ahead. And there's SIGRDRIFA. Alright, so we are now, let's see, we want to go for the OLGIERD. We want to also go for the SHIELDSMITH, and we want to go for the SHIELDMAIDEN. We have a lot of stuff to do here, in fact. Not even sure if we are going for the hunter, to be honest. I guess it's just the OLGIERD. Because we're getting that back anyway, so you want to play that here in the first round. You could hold it onto the second round as well, for sure. Normally better to just drop it on the first round. And there is the August. So what he is doing, he is locking now. So we have a decoy. It's not that of a problem, but still not a fan of that. We are definitely killing the August here. That's 3, so we are dropping the hunter now. And then the August is down. Otherwise there's a chance it's just using a decoy, and we don't like a decoy here. We want to use our own decoy. The August going down, it's 23 to 40 points. We're currently 6 to 5. So I hope that he's playing one more card. Yeah, there you go. He's activating the mercenary. He has apparently only one bronze card left. So that's a brigade. He's killing the mercenary. If we go for the decoy now, the Morkvarg is also getting back to his base strength. Plus he's getting buffed by another 3. So if we drop the SHIELDMAIDEN, what he normally is doing, he's just passing. I don't think that he has another lock card. So there could also be Cleaver. But I don't think he has it. Normally the August, because he can lock twice, and if he has a decoy, he can then lock 4 units. That's good enough, so we don't need the Cleaver as well. So yeah, let's go for the decoy. We're playing the Morkvarg again, which means we're not getting the OLGIERD back anytime soon. But nonetheless, Morkvarg is even more points. So definitely you're targeting the Morkvarg every time. Currently 15 points ahead. If he's continuing here. Yeah, it looks like he is. So he's continuing. Oh, Peter's are hitting this one, so Morkvarg down to 11. He is continuing, that means we are now just dropping the SHIELDMAIDEN, which is dealing a lot of damage. So if he is keeping the unit, if he has a combat engineer, keeping the 15 points here, so it doesn't really matter. Brigade. Now let's just hit the golems here. Shall we do that? Or the novice? Yeah, novice is a bit better, right? So we're just hitting the novice down. I mean, he's not getting any value out of that anyway right now, but nonetheless. So we have 18 points advantage. He's playing with a combat engineer, but apparently that is not the case. But there's a Stammer for Tremors, which is right now dealing 16 points. He's also buffing in the same way the hunter, because of course everything else was getting damaged, so the hunter is getting buffed twice here. And we will now just drop the SHIELDSMITH, buffing the Morkvarg again. You could play the Ragnarok, but normally we are winning the round anyway. And we can still drop that now on the next turn. There is Car here. So he's getting an additional card from the top, which can be everything. So he's choosing between 1 out of 3 cards here. Decoying. Oh. Is he going for the Vanamar again? Most likely. So then playing another Stammer for Tremors, which is dealing a bit less damage because the SHIELDMAIDENs are already down to 1. Progressive Tremor. Let's see, we are down to 43, he's at 52. And we're getting a bit buffed here. So now it is time for the Ragnarok, which is dealing 9 damage, just like that. So, which means, on the other hand, that we are going ahead here by 1 point. He has 2 cards to go. With the Brigade, he is... What are you buffing? Okay, so he's clearing the row here, the front row. So, which is helping him by 3 points right now. Still getting damaged by 5. We have the GREMIST still ready. So what we could do would be the Fog, which is only 2 points right now. We could also just, what else we could do is an interesting card, which is the Blood-Crawling Roar, which is then used here on the Joachim. And we are then getting a small little bear, which is 12 points. So we are 10 points ahead, plus our opponent is getting damaged by 5 next round. Next turn, not the round, sorry. So we have 15 points ahead. And the last card in his hand is normally not good enough to win the round. Yeah, there you go. So we have won the round here. 16-point advantage. Plus, of course, the Morkvarg is just spawning on the second round as well. So we are starting with a nice little point advantage for the next round. Unfortunately, not getting the OLGIERD. This one is still locked, but there are still 10 points on the board. We have a Shieldsmith here. And we have a light longship, which is very interesting. So what we could do is, we're definitely keeping the cards here, they are very good. And what we could do is just go all in on this round. So we are buffing the Morkvarg here, and then playing the light longship. Or we are playing the light longship first, and then the Shieldsmith. He's still 1 card ahead. So personally, I don't like that. I like just to pass here, and then play those cards on the last round. Because there's a high chance that he needs to invest 2 cards. If he's not playing with a Nilfgaardian Knight, and normally in the John Calvite deck there is maybe 1 or 0 Nilfgaardian Knights. So on average, he needs more than 1 card here. If he's playing with Tibor, the Tibor is also only 10 points worth it, because we have passed now. He's going for Candarella, which is giving us another 10 points. So if he has, for example, Scourge or GERALT, IGNI could just clear both units. Wow, he's not even trying to. So we are winning that. So game 2 will be against Monsters deck, Aridine, so there might be some weather in it. Definitely need to be careful. We have the Shieldmaiden, Savage Bear, Hunter, Light Longship. We have double Shieldsmith, OLGIERD, GERALT IGNI, Wild Prophecy and MADMAN LUGOS. So some interesting stuff in it. Unfortunately right now nothing to clear weather. So we might want to drop, for example, a Shieldsmith here. And either getting GREMIST or looking for the first light. Yeah, I guess we're doing that. So that's just a Priestess. We don't want the Priestess. There's the Morkvarg. We also don't want the Morkvarg. And there is... Well, there's Ragnarok. So we have all the gold cards in our hand. Just starting with the Savage Bear again. Let's see what he's up to. In the worst case, we could also just lose the first round. That's totally fine. Oh, he's just starting with Trismegistus Gold, which is, by the way, premium. So really nice. Then let's just go for a nice little start here. Get the Morkvarg out. If he's dropping Frost, by the way, if you have the Hunter on the board, he's still getting buffed because all the other units are getting damaged. So that is not bad, especially if you have 2 Hunters on the board. Oh yeah, there's the Frost. If you have 2 Hunters on the board, they are also just getting buffed all the time. So what we can do is just go for the... Shall we go for the Hunter right now, or shall we go for the Longship first? If the Longship is then dealing 2 each turn, now we're going for the Hunter first.
What is
go for
it?
that. Then we can also drop the OLGIERD here, for example. So the Hunter is then getting buffed quite a lot. Ooh, Nithral even. That will be painful. Can just kill the Nithral if we go for MADMAN LUGOS. Also, no, we cannot kill it, right? Yeah, no, we cannot. Right now we can only deal 5 damage. That is too much. If we go for the Ragnarok, only dealing 3 right now. Just drop the OLGIERD. We are probably not winning this round. Just going to buff the Hunter here as much as possible. As long as our opponent is not playing a Caretaker, we should be good. And he's not using Consume stuff, so there's also normally no chance that he is clearing the graveyard. So if the higher the Hunter is going, the better it is. Oh, now he's going for Lacerate. Alright, I mean, we're still buffing the Hunter, so thank you for that. OLGIERD is going down next. Ragnarok would right now be 6. Plus we have the chance to just up the shield mains. But I'm totally not sure that we are interested in continuing here much longer. How about, so currently we're at 7 to 7 cards. How about we're just stopping Shieldsmith here? And let's buff the Morkvarg. And there you go, he is dropping Eridine, which is spawning. Ooh, we go for the Wild Hunt. Oh, Wild Hunt Warrior, stealing 3. So the Hunter is getting destroyed. He's still at 10 points. But that also means our opponent right now is 17 points ahead, so there is no need to continue here. Really, no need. If you, for example, play the MADMAN LUGOS, that is not good enough to go ahead, really. If you play Ragnarok, that is not really good enough. So what we are doing is just passing now. It is 6 cards to 6 cards, plus we are spawning Morkvarg and OLGIERD, of course, back on the board for the next round. So have a little head start there. Can definitely expect that your opponent is dropping more Binding Frost, because so far he has not played a single one. He was just using the White Frost here. And again, no Weather Clearer. We might want to change a card. But the Priestess is really good. Shieldsmith as well. Oh man. Maybe we're not dropping another card. Maybe that will be it. Okay, we're keeping it. No Weather Clearer. The rest is really good. So let's see. He was probably just starting, yeah, just starting with the Frost again. So what we are then doing is just dropping Priestess here. We're getting the Hunter back at 11 points.
What is it?
Also dealing 3 on the Wild Hunt Hound. Now because these two are getting damaged again, the Hunter's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Oh, there's a lock. Why would you lock me now? Very mean of you. And we have nothing to unlock, so Light Longship is still very good. And that's a problem, so what we need to do is go for the Shieldmaiden. And we will just... Oh, we cannot. We are dropping the Ragnarok first. Yeah. So then we have more damage tuned on the board. Let's see if we can clear that. If he's clearing it, we are dropping the Shield Maidens, which is 12 points, plus we're dealing 6. So he's clearing 1 row here, which is okay. I mean, then still the Shield Maidens. Hitting this one twice, the Drowner, and we're dealing another 2 on the Archgriffin. So he's down to 9 while we are at 28. Plus he's getting 2 more damage here, next turn as well, so the Fiend is also going down. I don't think we get any value out of the Geralt Igni, to be honest. So, what's he doing? Alright, so another Frost. I mean, we're still ahead here, no problem. We can still drop the MADMAN LUGOS. So is he Wild Boar of the Sea helping us right now? I don't think so, to be honest. We might just play the MADMAN LUGOS. And killing the Archgriffin here. So let's just drop another Hunter. Killing it, so it's 28 to 7, plus he's getting another 2, so it's 5 to 28. Even with the Frost right now on the board, it's not like we are getting less points anytime soon. Just that the Geralt Igni is not providing us with any extra value. Yeah, some Harpies, so these are painful because they are staying at on the board for the next round. Right now we are spawning then the OLGIERD for 3 next. The Morkvarg for a lot of points, not sure how many discs right now, I guess 7 or 8. So still more than the Harpies. The Harpies are providing 6 points for the next round. So 12 to 23. Alright, alright. How about just stopping the Shieldsmith here? Buffing the Morkvarg again. So it's 12 to 31. Is he thinking that he can overcome me? Or it's just dropping more Harpies for the next round? Alright, so still not good enough for Geralt Igni. And with 1 card to go, there's probably no chance that the Geralt Igni is providing us with any sort of value. Wild Boar of the Sea is a bit more points, so that might be a thing to play next round. We still need 1 more card here. Yeah, let's just drop the Wild Boar of the Sea. Doesn't really matter. So it's 19 to 32. Let's see if he's continuing with the last card. He needs. We are dropping 4 points. We are buffing a bit. So yeah, he's not playing the card. He would need a lot of points. So gonna pass as well, of course. And let's see, maybe we are dropping the GERALT IGNI here, to be honest. I mean, it's a gold card that is good against weather. Oh, would be so nice to have Ragnarok. Would kill everything. And there's a first light. Oh boy, so first light and the GERALT IGNI is not good enough. And we have 12 to 12, that is not good. Guess we're dropping the GERALT IGNI. Yeah, we're getting the Archer. Keeping the first light. Fortunately, we need to start here.
By the rates of Morhog.
We're gonna deal 3 damage. It's 9 to 19. There's also first light. He's using the weather effect. So probably he has no weather card right now in his hand. Or he was hoping to get another, how was it called? The nice little Wild Hunt Hound. Spawn more Biting Frost. So it's 19 to 16. We're using the first light now, of course, for the rally effect. There is a high chance that we're getting Priestess. Very, very high chance. If we're getting the Priestess, we have won. Yeah, there you go. We normally have won the game because we can just get... Where is it? There you go. We can just get the Hunter back. And we're just dropping them here. Let's drop them here. And we're dealing 3 damage, of course. So that means it is 13 to 32. And normally cannot overcome that amount of power. No, we cannot. So there you go. We are winning just another game. Closer than the first one, but nonetheless, kinda easy. And with that, we are at the end of today's episode. I hope it was helpful for you guys. So if you still have questions, don't hesitate to use the comment section. I can normally help you quite a lot. So I've played the deck quite a lot. I'm currently rank 9. We are nearly rank 10. And I hope to improve that over the next couple of days. Definitely looking forward to go at least into the top 500. Just like I used to in the closed beta. The deck is really strong. And tomorrow will be then another Gwent video with another deck for you. If you've enjoyed the video again, just hit the like and subscribe button. It would be really much appreciated. If you dislike the video, you can also hit the dislike button. Whatever you like, guys. Do how you like. And so, thank you for watching again, and I will see you then hopefully tomorrow with a new Gwent video. Have a good day and see you then. Bye bye.